the weekend.
4th, 2025.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Friday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And after near 70 yesterday, our temperatures today...
A little cooler.
A little bit cooler.
Yeah, a little cooler, but we have a lot more sun today compared to yesterday,
Yes.
so that's some good news. A look at the current conditions out there right now early this morning. You are waking up to a temperature of 44 or 43 degrees if you're in the Mohawk Valley and Southern Valleys, 36 in the North Country. Now, of course, the Hudson Valley looks a lot warmer. That's where that warm air is still sticking around, but of course, this will be a cooling trend today as that cold air works in from the north. A look at the New York Mesnet camera network across parts of the state right now. As you can see, lots of dry weather across the board. So this is what we're expecting throughout the day for today. The radar also looking dry here early this morning, and we're expecting an entirely dry day. As we zoom out, we can see a lot of rain and thunder, even a severe thunderstorm warning in New Jersey right now, which of course is all staying south of our area. So for today, we've got some wispy clouds in the sky, faded sunshine early this morning, followed by wall-to-wall sunshine this afternoon. Temperatures in the 50s, so a seasonably warm day, but still not a huge warm day. We are looking at what we can expect heading into the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Gary?
Wall-to-wall sunshine this afternoon. Yeah, sounds good. Eric, thanks. Former President Barack Obama was back in our neck of the
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Friday morning. Happy Friday, everyone. And today we are tracking plenty of sun, so overall a great end to the work week. However, this weekend might not be so nice. We'll, of course, talk about that in a few minutes. For now, as you head out early this morning, temperatures are above freezing, no frost. No rain as well, so really no impacts heading out the door. Green across the board on the Munson traffic tracker as we speak. So early today, we are looking at the radar right now, and even some light drizzle to the south has ended, if that. A lot of that might not even reach the ground, and that's all part of a larger system which is staying pretty much to the south of the area. So early today, we've got some wispy cirrus clouds in the sky. They're going to be producing some faded sunshine. So this morning, that faded sun, partly sunny. As we head into this afternoon, a lot more sunshine is going to move in, mostly sunny skies, and temperatures climb into the 50s. So it's not going to be as warm as yesterday, but I wouldn't say 55 is cold by early April standards. So, but for now, it's sunny, it's dry, it's mild, and we'll look at how the weekend shapes up coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Yeah, 55 and sunny. We'll take that, right?
Yeah, any day of the week.
That's for sure. Eric, thanks. Multiple people were actually killed by tornadoes.
Called a people's lawyer, Brindisi Murad and Brindisi Perlman.
The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Utica. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, on this Friday. Today we are starting out dry and remaining dry for the entire day. No rain or snow to expect throughout the day. A look at Oneonta right now from our camera atop Hartwick College. Again, still some early morning lack of sunshine, but of course, as the season progresses, we'll start to see that sunrise earlier and earlier, potentially before our show starts by eventually the first day of summer. Currently 43 in Oneonta, not too bad of a start today temperature-wise. Radar also looking dry across much of the Mohawk Valley. Zooming out, we are going to be experiencing some wispy clouds here. This could produce a good, colorful sunrise today, but we need to have enough clearing here in, say, the Hudson Valley to allow that sun to peek through that upper level cloud deck. So we'll monitor how this looks this morning, but if we have these wispy clouds in place here and we get that sun to rise right at the certain point, we could get that vibrant, colorful sunrise we usually like to see in the mornings. Zooming out, we've got this cool air in place here. That warm air we saw yesterday is now south of us in a stationary front. And for the most part, we are clear from any rain for today, but this back side of the system will sweep its way north and east, and the weekend might look a little bit on the rainy side. In fact, pretty rainy for Saturday, and rain overnight into early Sunday. So because of that, we're closely monitoring some area creeks and streams, especially West Canada Creek in the area of Mohawk, as well as Cass Bridge, Hinckley Reservoir. Those are spots we need to closely monitor for that. Now, the reason why is because we're going to see a good amount of rainfall over the span of a couple of days. Today, though, looking dry, but rain chances increase by early Saturday morning. They taper off throughout Saturday afternoon and return again overnight into early Sunday morning. In fact, let's see what happens right here on in the bigger picture. Here comes that widespread rainfall Saturday. It tapers off briefly, widespread rain Sunday morning, and then things eventually dry up. So plenty of sun today, highs in the 50s, quiet weather, beautiful end of the week. Then by Saturday morning, we're going to see that widespread rain move in. This ends temporarily by the early evening before more widespread rain arrives overnight. Then that tapers off by 9, 10, 11 a.m., maybe a few flurries up north. Overall, though, it does remain breezy and dry by the afternoon and cooler. So your 7-day forecast, if you were to make any plans on what would be the drier of the 2 weekend days, I do say Sunday would. It's going to be windier and cooler, though. Saturday looks to be more of the more mild but rainy one. So I guess we could appreciate more sunshine in the weekend, but we'll take it today. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Enjoy the sun.
Friday, Monday.
Yeah, just
something to look forward to.
Bookends, yeah.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:21. Still ahead on Gary Libertor. Let's head on over to the Weather Center, where we're actually going to see a lot of sun today. Eric, not only sun, but decent temperatures as well, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's not too bad temperature-wise today. Not nearly as warm, but we're going to see a lot more sun compared to yesterday's rainfall. Let's take a look at the current conditions out there right now. Sitting at 44 degrees in Rome, 43 in Hamilton, and a little cooler up in the Adirondacks, sitting at 36 degrees in Saranac Lake. So it's a mild day today, but again, it's looking a lot more dry. We got dry conditions across the Mesonet camera network early today, and of course the radar also tracking dry conditions. We zoom out a little bit, we can see where that rain is taking place, and it's well south of the New York-Pennsylvania border. In fact, I would say parts of New York City, New Jersey, a huge lightning show down there as we speak. So just a few miles south of us, pretty active weather, but here locally, a much different story. So today, we start out with some faded sunshine, turning to mostly sunny skies by this afternoon, and high temperatures in the 50s, mid-50s. So a little warmer than average for this time of year. And we will look at what we can expect into the weekend and the weather pattern in next week coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. All eyes are on the world's stock markets this
Storm Tracker 2 team, where we track storms. The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Utica.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Friday morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Our photo of the day today takes us to Barneveld. Shout out to Barneveld this morning. We had a lot of great spring photos here, but I did want to share this one as well as our final photo of the day this week, taken by Carrie of some ducks in a row, already enjoying some of the spring-like weather yesterday, or even closer to late spring-like weather, approaching near 70. Today, a little bit on the cooler side in the 50s, but still lots of sun, and then we'll take that any day of the week. If you would like to submit a photo like this one right here, a spring photo, flowers blooming, nice sunrise, scenic picture, you can send to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Anything goes, and we'd love to show it right here on News Channel 2 at sunrise. And again, today, plenty of sunshine, but will the weekend fare the same way? We'll have a full look at that coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. An estimated 2 million people here in the U.S. are expected
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, on this Friday. Time now is 5:49, and early this morning, things looking dry and remaining dry for much of the day today. Look at Oneonta as a live view right now. Sun, of course, still far from the horizon as we speak, but we'll closely monitor this because I do want to see how this sunrise is going to shape up. As we take a look at the radar, things are dry, but as we zoom in the radar and satellite, we can see the cloud layer in place here today. Now, these are all mid to upper level clouds. These are the clouds you want for a colorful sunrise. However, we need a good break here in the Hudson Valley and east in order to produce that colorful sunrise, and we'll see how that shapes up. But these are one of these days where we could be seeing something colorful. Zooming out, we've got this cool air in place here. That warm air we saw yesterday has shifted to the south as that warm air stays south of, say, New York City and whatnot. But there are some thunderstorms rolling along this stationary front and some potential for severe weather down south yet again. Unfortunately, of course, here locally, we are free from any of this rain temporarily, but it will likely arrive as we head into the weekend. Because of that, we're keeping a close eye on creeks, streams, and rivers, primarily West Canada Creek at Cass Bridge and the Hinckley Reservoir. Those are spots we're monitoring with that rain arriving this week. Potential near minor flood stage in some of these spots. So that's about as major as it gets right now. I don't see any significant issues, but still, we have to keep a close eye on it with the decent amount of rain we're going to see. So dry throughout Friday. Widespread rain moves in Saturday morning, drying out briefly before returning again Saturday night and then ending by Sunday morning. We can see it right here. Here comes the initial wave of rain early Saturday morning until roughly the early afternoon. A bit of a break by the early evening before another round of rain arrives overnight. Then by Sunday, it does appear to be a drier of the two weekend days. So here you see on the skycast, plenty of sun today. High temperatures in the 50s. By this evening and tonight, clouds increase. And then by early Saturday morning, here comes that widespread rainfall. This will linger into the early afternoon, taper off temporarily with cloudy skies, and then returning again with widespread rainfall heading into early Sunday morning. By 6 or so a.m., that rain ends. Maybe some lingering drizzle, but overall, rest of Sunday looks mainly dry. Potentially some snow flurries in areas up in Old Forge and Inlet. And so your 7-day forecast, drier of the two weekend days, looks to be on Sunday. Sunshine, though, today and on Monday, so the bookends of the weekend looking not too bad. Cooler, though, on Tuesday, potential for snow, high of 34, so we're dipping down temperature-wise a little bit, but we have some more opportunity for dry weather later on in the week as well.
Yeah,
so,
look at today and Monday, right?
Yeah, not too bad today and for even Monday as well.
For sure. Eric, thanks. Well, the Major Arena 4th 2025.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And happy Friday. A lot of folks looking forward to the weekend, but some rain coming.
Yeah, rain Saturday, drying up a little bit on Sunday, but today we've got sun, plenty of it. We'll enjoy it today. A look at the temperatures this morning. It's actually not too bad. We're in the 40s right now, still above freezing, with partial clearing to the north and some, I would say, wispy clouds to the south as we speak. So that's what's going on early today. In fact, a look at the Mesonet camera network right now. We are starting to still see those early morning clouds, but the sun starting to rise. Whiteface, of course, being the highest elevated camera right here, finally starting to switch to daylight in moments from now. The radar also looking dry. Zooming out, we're actually cutting it close for rainfall today. There is some massive thunderstorms zooming through New Jersey right now, as well as south of New York City, but all that rain is south of the border as we speak. So today, no rain expected. Faded sunshine turns to completely sunny skies this afternoon with high temperatures in the 50s. So get out and enjoy the nice weather today. This weekend, maybe not so dry, but we'll have a look at how it shapes up timing-wise throughout both Saturday and Sunday coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Former President Barack Obama was back at our neck of
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Happy Friday, everyone. Time now 6:12, and as you head out early today, well, you'll really be encountering nothing regarding impacts to travel. Things looking dry, temperatures above freezing, no frost expected. On top of that, area roadways, of course, here across the area looking dry. Our traffic tracker looking green across the board. I do want to look at an icon that just popped up here, and it looks to be a crash on I-90 eastbound before exit 29A. And of course, that is right outside Little Falls. It's an early heads up if you are heading, of course, eastbound on the thruway. There could be an accident there as well. So this morning, the radar looking dry and rainfall staying to our south. There is still a severe weather system that will impact locations that were affected by some pretty significant severe weather and tornadoes the past few days. But here locally, thankfully, we're looking quiet. We've got sunshine this morning, sunshine this afternoon, and high temperatures in the 50s. Gary?
Boy, we are lucky here.
So lucky.
That's for sure. As Eric mentioned, multiple people were killed by tornadoes and severe storms that...
Well, your day. Watch for the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast and be ready for your drive to and from work. The Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast is brought to you by the Pratt Munson College of Art and Design. Visit Pratt Munson today and ignite curiosity and creativity. Garrity Pools and Spa, your authorized BioGuard dealer. The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Utica. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Today we are tracking lots of sunshine, dry weather across the board, and of course, in a live look at Oneonta right now, hopefully a good colored sunrise. However, the cloud layer is thickening over the Hudson Valley, which is something that might make it difficult for that sun to produce a vibrant display of colors in the sky. We'll keep a close eye on it, but at least for now, it's not looking too promising. Temperatures though sitting in the 40s right now, 43 in Oneonta as we speak. And again, the radar looking dry across all of central New York today. Here's that cloud layer aforementioned. You can see that it's thickening here heading into parts of eastern New York as we speak. Plenty of rain to our south, even some thunderstorms, part of a massive stationary front for right in the middle of the U.S. And above it, cool air, below it, warm air. And yesterday, this was more to the north. Today, it's more to the south. So although we're seeing cooler temperatures today, we are looking at sunny and dry weather across the board. And while today looks sunny and dry, the weekend not so much. And because of that, we're keeping a close eye on some river monitors across the region, primarily West Canada Creek. That's the spot that could likely get to near flood stage or approach minor flood stage. That's about as high of a concern as we're looking at right now. So there's no immediate high concerns for it. Just a heads up that there could be some decent rainfall this weekend. And you can see the arrival of the rainfall arriving early Saturday, lingering through the morning, a lull in the rainfall by the early afternoon Saturday, and then returning again overnight and into Sunday. We can actually see it take place right here. So that stationary front wobbles north, and we'll see that widespread rainfall arrive Saturday morning. And then another round of rain arriving into Sunday morning as well. By Sunday afternoon, things look dry. So today on our Skycast, lots of sunshine, high temperatures in the 50s. Not too bad of a day to spend time outside if you need to. And then Saturday morning, widespread rain rolls in. Moderate to heavy rain at times here and there. And then the rain tapers off here and there before returning again overnight into early Sunday. Then following that, Sunday does dry up with potential for some flurries in the North Country. So your 7-day forecast. If you have any weekend plans and you're hoping to not have it be a washout, well, Sunday is probably your best bet. But it's going to be windy, it's going to be cool. Saturday, a little warmer, but also rainy. But today, sunny.
Yeah.
Monday looking sunny, so the bookends of the weekend looking not too bad.
And who knows, we might have some nice parts of the weekend.
Yes, it's not going to be a complete washout Saturday, and same thing for Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
Eric, thank you. The clock is now ticking for TikTok. Hey, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore. Today, expect some sunshine. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now from the Weather Center. And Eric, not only some sunshine, but temperatures in the mid-50s, right?
Yeah, not too bad today temperature-wise. And again, yeah, compared to yesterday, plenty of sunshine. It's going to be a great end of the work week. Here's a look at what things are looking like early this morning. We're still in the 40s right now. We've got this cloud layer passing over us. This is from a front to our south, which I'll show in a second here. And it's producing some low-lying clouds, or I should say mid-lying clouds here in the southern valleys and out to the eastern portion of New York State. And because of that, you can see that cloud layer out in the distance. Because of the thickness of it and the position, I do think it's more of a bust when it comes to seeing a colorful sunrise today. You need that right, perfect position of those clouds to produce that vibrant sunrise. But the radar, of course, looking dry this morning. And as we zoom out, some pretty significant rain, even some thunderstorms moving through parts of New Jersey as we speak, south of New York City. But, of course, here in central New York, that won't be the case. It's, in fact, entirely dry today as this early morning cloud cover turns to sunshine this afternoon with high temperatures in the 50s. But will this stick around into the weekend? We'll have a full look at that weekend forecast in just a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. All eyes are on the world's stock markets.
The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Utica.
Happy Friday, everyone. Today's photo takes us up to Barneveld. Shout out to those of you who live in Barneveld this morning. It's a photo taken of some ducks in a row. It's a way to brighten everyone's morning early today. This was taken by Carrie. And, of course, a lot of the ducks starting to enjoy some of the warmer weather. Of course, that being yesterday. Today, well, it's actually not too bad temperature-wise, but we'll actually be more focused on the sunshine we'll see, and plenty of it for much of the afternoon and evening. So if you would like to submit a spring photo, flowers blooming, or a sunrise, a nice nature scene, animals enjoying nature, you name it, if you think it would look good to be shared on social media, and of course here on Sunrise, you can send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Now again, today sunny skies. The weekend, maybe not so much. We'll look at that weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. An estimated 2 million people here in the U.S. are
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday. We are tracking plenty of sunshine today, at least early this morning, though the sun is really having a difficult time peeking out, especially in the city of Oneonta right now. A live look down there as we speak. Temperature at 41 with these mid-level clouds. These I would call altostratus clouds. It's more of a blanket in the mid-atmosphere. And this typically would cause a pretty vibrant sunrise, but again, there's a pretty thick cloud deck out in the capital region, which is preventing that sun from peeking out right now. A look at the radar. We're dry here locally. Zooming out again, here is that cloud layer I'm mentioning. We got these mid to upper level clouds in place here. If this was about a few miles that way, we could have seen a very colorful sunrise. But to our south, lots of rainfall. We are dodging rain today at the expense of seeing cooler temperatures. That stationary front has shifted south, so we're quiet. We are north of that frontal boundary, and so the entire day today is looking dry. This weekend, however, maybe not so much. Because of that, we are keeping a close eye on some river monitors, especially the ones along West Canada Creek. This is the zone that's potentially going to reach near flood stage or minor flood stage heading into the weekend. And that's really not a huge concern, but it's a concern nonetheless, so we're going to keep a close eye on them, plus other creeks and streams throughout the weekend, as we're going to see ample opportunity for rainfall both Saturday as well as overnight into Sunday. In fact, you can see here, Saturday morning, widespread moderate to heavy rainfall, a lull in the rainfall activity by the early afternoon, followed by some more widespread rain overnight into early Sunday. And we can see the process here. So here's that stationary front I mentioned. This will actually wobble north. Low pressure glides along that front. We'll see widespread rain Saturday morning, eventually on and off rain Saturday afternoon, and then by Saturday night, a secondary round of rain rolls through. Then that front passes us to our south, and For the most part, Sunday, the drier of the two weekend days. But zooming in on our skycast today, plenty of sun, high temperatures in the 50s. By tonight, clouds increase. We're still above freezing. Then that widespread rain rolls in the morning. By the afternoon, we'll see some of that rain taper off, but still looking rather unsettled. Then widespread rain returns again Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Then Sunday, gradually drying off with potential for some flurries up in the Adirondacks region and parts of the North Country. So your 7-day forecast, we've got 40s both weekend days. If you are a fan of more mild weather, Saturday's your bet. But if you want drier weather, Sunday's your bet. But overall, the bookends of the weekend, today and on Monday, looking sunny. And I would say seasonable, upper 40s, mid 50s, typical this time of year.
And if you love the snow, Sunday, head up north, right?
Yeah, maybe a few flurries in the sky remind you of the season we've had so far.
Eric, thanks. Well, the major...
Gary Liberatore.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And yes, you're going to have to wait a while for that story with those dogs.
Yeah, I saw the video briefly, but I have no idea what it's about, so I'm excited to find out what that is.
Very cute, but sunshine today.
Yeah, sun is shining. It's a little cold out, but of course, you know, it's April. We'll take the sunshine. Usually it's April showers, but here we are with dry weather. Look at the current conditions out there right now. 47 and sun in Rome. It is a little warmer down in the Hudson Valley, 62 in Poughkeepsie, but we've got 38 in Saranac Lake right now, so much of that cool weather is sticking to much of central New York. It's wispy clouds up in the sky, so even though some weather stations might report cloudy skies, mainly it's just faded sunshine. Expect a lot of this in the sky today. In fact, a lot more blue skies this afternoon. The radar, of course, looking dry. This, though, will not be a common sight this weekend as things will turn a little more unsettled. But for now, temperatures will be in the 50s this afternoon with increasing clouds tonight. We'll have a look at the latest forecast for rainfall this weekend. And yes, there is potential for some snow on Monday. The latest trends on that coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The economic fallout is growing.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. Today, looking dry, cooler though. We still have a decent northwesterly wind and a lot looking Oneonta right now where the clouds are a little thicker than areas to the north. It's temporary though. The overall weather pattern is favoring a lot more sunshine in the coming hours, so you'll see those clouds pass. Again, temperature of 46. The wind chill might bring those feels-like conditions down into, say, the upper 30s, low 40s. Either way, it's dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and today we'll expect a lot of this. And the reason why, as we zoom out, we've got that stationary front to our south and to our west. However, look at here. Compared to this morning, you can actually see this ripple taking place right now. We got some energy we're forming into a low pressure system, and this will be surging north, heading into our area into early Saturday morning. And then this will set the stage for a pretty unsettled weekend. So as we look ahead to this weekend, we can see here comes that low pressure. It will surge with some widespread rainfall early Saturday morning, a lull in the rainfall activity temporarily before a second round of rain arrives Saturday night into Sunday. In the wake of it, we'll see quieter weather for Sunday evening, but look at here. We've got this low pressure moving its way north, and we've got cold air in place here. Those of you that follow meteorology, you might know what that might add up into. Coastal low, cold air, maybe you guessed it, but of course we'll show that in a second. So with the rain that's arriving this weekend, we're keeping a close eye on area creeks and streams. The official River Monitor forecast for West Canada Creek in Herkimer at Cass Bridge is to reach minor flood stage. So we'll keep a very close eye on it. There might be a flood warning in effect for that area heading into this weekend. We'll keep you posted on that. Of course, our social media pages and our app will notify you of any flood warnings. And then beyond that, of course, when it comes to the rainfall, we can see it here. So today, sunshine, plenty of it. Tonight, clouds increase. Here comes that rainfall Saturday morning. It lingers throughout much of the morning, moderate to heavy at times. and then we'll see a break temporarily before a second round of rain arrives Saturday night into Sunday. Then Sunday, things gradually dry out, peaks of, or at least a mix of sun and clouds, and a few flurries up north. And then following that, of course, things do remain relatively dry. But notice here, you see some blue. That might be a bit on the snowy side. It looks like I missed the graphic here. I want to make sure I go back and show it as well, because this is a system that arrives on Monday, and there's a lot of differences in the forecast for this right now. We've got two separate long-range models as we speak. Now, this one has it pushing to the south, but the secondary one here has snow moving in. And so we've got a bit of a variable forecast here in the coming days. For now, we'll leave it as sunny for Monday, but that could change. Again, we are still in early April, and we're in the mix of seasons, so we could get rain, we could get snow, we could get thunderstorms, sunshine, you name it, yeah. April has it.
Depends on the model.
Yep.
Eric, thanks. Well, severe weather has been Kentucky with strong storms and tornadoes. Now a near statewide flood watch is in place until Sunday. NBC's George Solis has the very latest on this from Paducah.
The rain keeps falling here in western Kentucky, and what's going to protect cities like downtown Paducah from imminent flooding? We're going to walk right through it. This flood wall here in the downtown area keeps the Ohio River here at bay. Now, it's going to keep falling here over the next several days. No telling yet if this water here is going to come up to this level, but should it, the wall here will protect it, as well as the floodgates that they will install should it get to that point. Now, again, we're looking at a couple of days here of severe weather. The other story is the storm damage caused by the tornadoes in McCracken and Ballard counties. We now know from the National Weather Service an EF2 tornado touched down in this region, leaving a path of destruction, including at two churches. We know in Ballard County, an 8-year-old child was injured after the family sought shelter underneath a church carport. We're still awaiting update on how that child is doing. Officials still bracing everyone here to not let their guard down, because again, this weather is still coming, that rain is still coming, and flooding in this area is going to increase over the next several days. Back to you.
NBC's George Solis reporting from Kentucky. Coming up, long lines. Welcome back. South Korea's Constitutional Court removed President Yoon Suk-yeol. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Erica, nice day out there today. Get out for a walk.
Yes, it's sunny out. It's a little cold, but you grab that jacket and grab those sunglasses and go right out and enjoy it. Yes, and do it today, because this weekend maybe you might not have the best opportunity. We're looking at rain showers Saturday morning with some scattered rain showers in the afternoon. It won't be nearly a washout in the second half of the day during the day, but then more rain moves in overnight into early Sunday morning. Then Sunday, the drier of the two weekend days, but also the cooler of the two weekend days. So depending on what you're a fan of for April, still we've got April showers into the weekend. But today, no April showers, lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 40s as we speak, and we'll continue to see dry weather. Live look at downtown Utica right now, just some wispy cirrus clouds up in the sky. Radar looking quiet next 12 hours. Again, sunshine continues. Increasing clouds tonight, and then we'll start to see that rain arrive by early tomorrow morning, and that'll set the stage for a pretty rainy weekend. But beyond that, there's potential for snow heading into Monday. We'll explain the chances for that coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A Michigan couple jailed.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. Today, plenty of sun, but maybe the weekend not so much. Look in Cooperstown right now, though. Pretty busy downtown as we speak. The wind's blowing a little bit, too, and of course the sun is shining. Temperature of 51 degrees out there right now, so of course, if you're a fan of the sun, get out and enjoy it. Although, maybe grab that jacket just in case. It's going to be a little bit on the cooler side. Radar picking up on absolutely nothing this afternoon. Things are quiet across the board, and the reason why is because that front that brought us rain showers yesterday is to our south. We zoom out a little bit, and we're seeing a bit of a ripple in this front right now. We've got this low pressure starting to form. That is going to move its way north and east and impact us this weekend. In fact, we can see the arrival of it moving in, say, Saturday morning. Then following that, a lull in the rainfall activity by the early afternoon before things turn unsettled again with widespread rain overnight into early Sunday. Following that, things quiet down with potentially some snow showers up north, some light flurries up in the North Country. But notice here, we've got this low pressure following that moving north, and we've got cold air in place. You put 2 and 2 together, we might be talking about some snowfall, but there's some uncertainty as to exactly how far north this goes. It's several days out, but we want to give you an early heads up, and we'll show the possibility of that coming up in a minute. Still, though, when it comes to rainfall this weekend, we are closely monitoring some area creeks and streams, primarily West Canada Creek in Herkimer, up near even parts of Hinckley Reservoir. That spot there could be potentially reaching near flood stage this weekend. Other spots, not quite so impactful, but still with decent rainfall. We always have to keep a close eye on it. So today, plenty of sunshine, highs in the 50s. Tonight, increasing clouds, overnight lows bottoming out in the 40s and 30s. Tomorrow, widespread rain in the morning. That'll be followed by mostly cloudy skies, some on and off rain by the afternoon, and then an arrival of more rain overnight into early Sunday. But then much of Sunday's looking quiet, a mix of sun and clouds by the afternoon, and as you can see here, a few flurries up north. But as we turn the page to the evening and overnight into early Monday morning, we can start to see the arrival of some bluish whites down to the south. That could be the potential of an arriving Monday snow event. Now, there's still a wide range of possibilities. We've got this potential for this system to stay to our south, but if this low pressure moves fast enough north, it could collide with that cold air in place and produce this scene right here, which is, of course, something you usually see in March and even in February, not so much really in April. But still, we'll keep a close eye on it and pass along any information as we do get some available this weekend. 7-day forecast, temperatures in the 40s this weekend, 34 on Tuesday, so a cooler stretch next week. But for now, we'll enjoy the sunshine today. And I know over in that set, Gary, there's plenty of sparkling objects. It seems like a very festive scene over there.
That's for sure. We are back with News Talk. Our guest today is the very
cast with meteorologist Jill Reel in today. Good to see you.
I know, speaking of school, here I am.
Yes, the teacher is
in the building.
In the building.
A beautiful weather today. You know, it was nice to see the sunshine despite the cool temperatures, and those sunshine, unfortunately, is not going to last. We're going to be seeing some rain as we go throughout the next several days. Now, the rain will be arriving tomorrow, but for today, for this evening, lots of sunshine showing up across central New York from Oneonta to the Utica area. Now, as we head into this weekend, we are going to be tracking the potential for some widespread rain as we head into later on tomorrow and for Sunday as well. So for the forecast for this weekend, Saturday does look like a washout. So if you have any outdoor plans, I highly suggest do them as we head towards Sunday afternoon. There is going to be some lingering showers as we head into Sunday morning. But for this evening, a great evening to head outdoors. We are going to see that sunshine and dry conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Temperatures will stay in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees for this evening. Much cooler weather in the forecast as we head towards next week. Look at those temperatures coming up. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Jill. The thruway bridge that goes over
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
Finally seeing some sunshine for your Friday after a week of rain and cloud cover. Beautiful weather for this evening as we take a live look. Downtown Utica on our Nexus camera, 52 beautiful degrees. Great evening to go for a walk. Nice quiet weather across the region, and that nice weather is going to continue for today. I wish I had better news for this weekend and into next week, but things are going to take a turn for the worse as we head towards Saturday, Sunday, and even for Monday and Tuesday. So look at the positives for this evening. Quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are beginning to see a few high clouds to our south, so do expect an increase in clouds as we go throughout the evening into tonight, but we should stay dry throughout the overnight. Now, as you wake up, as we head into tomorrow morning, we are keeping an eye on a frontal system with all that rain back across the Ohio River Valley back towards Chicago. That is moving to the north and to the east. As it does, We are going to see our chance of rain begin to increase as we head into Saturday morning, continuing throughout the day on Saturday. Now, Sunday, we are going to see a few showers in the morning, but it is trending drier as we head towards Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. So if you have to do any outdoor activities, I would wait until later on Sunday. But for tonight, again, quiet weather is going to continue across the region. You will notice some high clouds beginning to move in as we head throughout the evening into tonight. Temperatures are going to hold steady near 40 degrees as we head into the overnight into tomorrow morning. So waking up for your Saturday morning, I stopped the clock at 8 a.m. You'll notice widespread rain, and it's going to be a cold rain. Temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s to start. You will notice some pockets of yellow and some orange, so we are going to keep an eye on the potential for some moderate to heavy rainfall as we head towards late Saturday morning and into Saturday afternoon. So you notice by 11 a.m., especially across the southern valleys, we're seeing some pockets of some heavier rain. That rain is going to taper off for a short period of time for Saturday afternoon, late afternoon. But as we head towards Saturday evening into early Sunday, we're going to see some rain showers. Rain once again will be steady, but by Sunday morning at 8 a.m., we're just stuck with a cloud cover. We will see more sunshine as we head towards Sunday afternoon and early Sunday evening. But the big concern as we head into tomorrow, of course, are those rainfall amounts, as some creeks and some streams are running pretty high for today. We are expecting between a ½ inch and an inch of rainfall, so that means some ponding on the roadways for tomorrow. And you want to keep a close eye on any creeks, rivers, or streams as we head towards tomorrow afternoon. But no rain in the forecast for tonight. Quiet conditions, increase in clouds will drop back into the 30s. A cold rain for tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the 40s across the region. I wish I had better news. Usually I do. But as we head towards Monday and Tuesday, there is potential for the S word, snow.
You didn't bring severe weather,
I
so
didn't for
I'll
once.
take a little bit of snow.
Yeah, we're going to keep a close eye. We could see some light accumulation Monday morning and Tuesday morning, but the positive is we're in the upper 50s.
And Bill will be back for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll
Jill,
be his
thank you.
Yep, not my problem.
Wow, look at that. That's water rushing over Hinckley Dam this afternoon. The Power Authority releasing the water to draw the reservoir levels down in preparation for the heavy rain expected this weekend downstream from the dam in Poland. The water already running high. The West Canada Creek looking less like a creek and more like a raging river in parts. Some areas of the West Canada Creek campground on Route 8 already submerged. Look at that.
That is not good news. Around America, relentless rain is generational flooding.
Yeah, Laura Aguirre reports on where.
One thing that's important to note is it isn't over.
Ominous words from Tennessee Governor Bill Lee. His state and several around it still reeling from deadly and devastating storms this week.
There's continued heavy rain expected with potential tornadoes over the next day or two.
The same system that's hammered the region since Wednesday with tornado, hail, and wind damage threatens to continue its destructive path across the Ohio and Mississippi valleys and Mid-South today into Sunday, bringing with it torrential rainfall that could trigger what the National Weather Service calls life-threatening flash floods.
We already have widespread flooding across the state, but the river flooding will clearly follow.
A looming worry for many residents who are just beginning to assess piles of debris that used to be their homes, businesses, and communities.
This is the whole house. I just bought this house 2 years ago.
Yes, there may be structural damage to the house and the shop, but that's all replaceable.
There are moments of gratitude amid the grief, like for Delta, Missouri resident Kylie Gravitt, who found her grandparents alive and safe.
It was just like a huge relief that everybody was okay.
As for the potential flooding danger that lies ahead,
preparation for that's already underway.
Tennessee officials say they've engaged the Emergency Management Assistance Compact, which puts nearby states not in the storm's path on standby to send resources for search, rescue, and recovery operations as needed. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Coming up here, art is in bloom at Munson.
Also tonight, cancer patients.
To meteorologist Jill Reel with the forecast for the weekend.
And I wish I had better news for the weekend, but we are going to be dealing with some April showers. But one thing is not like the other. So 40s for the weekend and Monday, and then the dramatic drop. Yes, we're only going to see highs in the 30s as we head towards Tuesday with the potential for some snow showers. But things do improve as we head throughout the rest of the week next week. But let's focus in on tonight and our fantastic weather, quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. So if you want to head out the door and walk the dog, fantastic weather for it. On our Skycast brought to you by Nissan. Again, lots of sunshine for this evening. Again, that sun sets after 7 o'clock, but those temperatures still quite nice in the upper 40s to low 50s. So just a light jacket for this evening. You're going to need the rain jacket and the umbrella for tomorrow. I'll track that rain coming up.
Jill, thank you. Mrs. Barnett's
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
A beautiful end to the work week with lots of sunshine for this evening, and even with the cool start, temperatures warmed up pretty nicely in the upper 40s to low 50s. Let's take a look at some of those temperatures for this evening. Even up north, Long Lake is at 50 degrees, 51 in Inlet, 54 in Westernville, 57 in Little Falls. Across the southern valleys, starting off at 51 this evening in Cooperstown, 50 in Oneonta, 54 in Sherburne, and 54 in Norwich. Now we are expecting quiet conditions as we go throughout the evening hours. Not expecting any precipitation, so if you want to head outdoors, maybe go for a nice evening walk, the weather is going to cooperate. It is not going to cooperate as we head into Saturday and into Sunday morning, with more in the way of some rain moving into the area. But the only thing moving in as we head into tonight is going to be some cloud cover. So you will notice an increase in clouds already down in Otsego as well as Shenango counties, beginning to move into Madison County. Lots of sunshine though up north, up towards Old Forge and Watertown. As we go throughout the evening, do expect more cloud cover, and that cloud cover is ahead of a large storm system that is actually going to bring some severe weather to the Mississippi River Valley as we head into the evening and tonight. But for us, it's going to bring widespread rain. Now that rain does arrive by tomorrow morning. So if you're planning your day out for Saturday, do expect widespread rain in the morning, tapering off as we head towards the afternoon, but more rain as we head towards Saturday evening and Saturday night. So let's track it out for you on our Skycast. Again, no weather problems for this evening. As we head into tonight, more cloud cover moving in. Temperatures will drop back into the upper 30s. Starting off Saturday morning, there's the rain. By 8 a.m., we are seeing that steady rain move in from the west. You will notice throughout the morning hours some pockets of some orange and yellow, indicating some moderate to heavy rain. So just be aware that there could be rain coming down pretty heavy throughout the early morning hours into the early afternoon. And it's going to be a cold rain with temperatures only in the low 40s. The rain does move out during the afternoon, so by 5 p.m., just a few sprinkles, but that is going to be short-lived as more showers move in as we head towards Saturday evening and into Saturday night. But it moves out just in time for Sunday. So Sunday looks like the better of the 2 days with mostly cloudy skies in the morning, but some sunshine as we head towards Sunday afternoon and into Sunday evening. I wish I had better news as we head towards Sunday night and into Monday, but we are tracking the potential for some snow. Now, our European model is showing the precipitation just to our south and to our east, but the latest information from the GFS is bringing some widespread snow to the region Sunday night into Monday. We're still several days out, and Sam and James will fine-tune that forecast as we head into the weekend. No snow for tonight, just an increase in clouds. Temperatures will be in the 30s tomorrow. Steady rain in the morning, scattered showers in the afternoon. We'll stay in the 40s for tomorrow. Again, most of Sunday will be dry, just a few sprinkles in the morning in the 40s. Potential for some snow showers not only for Monday, but Tuesday as well. But it'll be short-lived. We're back into the 50s as we head towards the middle and end of the week.
We're keeping a close eye on water levels ahead of the heavy rain expected this weekend. That is water rushing over Hinckley Dam this afternoon. The Power Authority releasing the water to draw the reservoir levels down in preparation for the heavy rain expected. Downstream from the dam in Poland, the water already running high. The West Canada Creek looking less like a creek and more like a raging river in spots. Some parts of the West Canada Creek campground on Route 8, take a look, already submerged.
Let's get a first look at the forecast with meteorologist Jill. Jill, the calm before the weekend storms, right?
That's right. We're seeing beautiful weather for this evening. So if you have any storm drains near your house, make sure they are clear from any debris because we are expecting that rain to move in for tomorrow. But for this evening, lots of sunshine across the region, which means quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. But as we head into the weekend, especially for tomorrow morning and early afternoon, I am tracking some steady rain. Now that rain could be heavy at times as we go throughout the morning and afternoon hours. We do dry out as we head towards Sunday. A few sprinkles possible for Sunday morning with some sunshine as we head towards Sunday afternoon. But for this evening, quiet weather. We want to head out and enjoy this beautiful sunshine before it sets. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. I'll have those rainfall totals coming up.
All right, Jill, thank you. Oneida County has a new...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Rio.
A beautiful end to the work week with lots of sunshine. I am tracking some clouds beginning to move into the area, but still quiet weather for this evening. A live look at our downtown Utica on our Nexus camera. 49 degrees. We did top off at 52 this evening, but you notice some white wispy clouds, some cirrus clouds are beginning to move in out ahead of some precipitation, but we're not expecting any rain for this evening. So if you're heading out to the Comets game or going out to dinner, you don't need the umbrella, but a light jacket, as temperatures will be dropping back into the 40s as we go throughout the evening hours. Quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, you can see those clouds beginning to move in, some thicker clouds back towards Syracuse, but you're not really seeing much in the precipitation because that precipitation is still out to our west, back across the Ohio River Valley. But it is going to move in as we head into late tonight, but especially by tomorrow morning, continuing throughout the morning hours. A little break in the afternoon and then some showers expected as we head towards Saturday evening and into Saturday night. So on our Skycast, again, quiet conditions for this evening into tonight. Temperatures will drop back into the upper 30s. You will notice by tomorrow morning, by 8 a.m., there is the rain. It's going to be a cold rain for tomorrow. Throughout the morning, especially late morning into the early afternoon, you will notice some yellows and oranges showing up on our Skycast, indicating some pockets of moderate to heavy rain. So be careful. There could be some ponding on the roadways. And if you do live near any creeks or streams, you're going to want to keep an eye on those levels throughout the morning and into the early afternoon. We dry out during the afternoon, but as we head towards tomorrow evening into tomorrow night, another round of rain showers will begin to move in. It'll be lighter, but still some steady rain for Saturday night. Now, Sunday is trending drier. We'll start off with some cloud cover, but as we head towards Sunday afternoon, we'll see more in the way of some sunshine. Temperatures will be staying in the 40s, so it's going to be a cool day, but at least we'll see some sunshine as we head towards Sunday afternoon before clouds move back in for Sunday evening. So we are keeping a close eye on rainfall amounts. As you saw, the West Canada Creek is quite high right now. We're expecting between 1/2 inch and 1 inch of rain. Most of that will be falling tomorrow morning and into the early afternoon, so just be aware of that. But no rain for tonight. Temperatures will drop back into the 30s. Steady rain in the morning for tomorrow, tapering off in the afternoon. Then another round of rain will be moving in as we head towards tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. Then Sunday, most of the day will be dry. A few sprinkles early in the morning with temperatures in the 40s. We are keeping an eye on the potential for some snow Sunday night into early Monday morning, and then another round of snow Monday night into Tuesday. Cold in the 30s, but we're back into the 50s by the end of the week.
Meteorologist Jill Rio.
Our quiet weather is coming to an end as we head towards the weekend, but for tonight, we are expecting dry conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but that is going to change as we head into tomorrow morning, where we are expecting widespread rain to move into the area. So let's look at our weekend forecast. Again, for tomorrow morning, expecting widespread rain. So if you have any errands to run in the morning, going to want to bring the umbrella with you or that jacket, because steady rain, heavy at times, will be occurring throughout the morning hours, becoming scattered as we head towards tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures are going to be on the cool side in the 40s. The rain does come to an end as we head towards early Sunday, so we can't rule out a sprinkle early Sunday morning, but that will give way to partly cloudy skies as we head towards Sunday afternoon, but still on the cool side with temperatures in the 40s. So for tonight, we'll stay dry, but I will be tracking that rain coming up.
that's water rushing over the Hinckley Dam this afternoon. Power Authority releasing the water to draw the reservoir levels down in preparation for those heavy rains that are expected this weekend. Jill just talking about that. Downstream from the dam in Poland, water already running high, and the West Canada Creek looking less like a creek and more like a raging river in parts. Some of the West Canada campground on Route 8 already submerged as well. The thruway bridge that goes over Mohawk Street in Herkimer will be.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Rio.
As we head into the weekend, I wish I had some better news, but not the case. But at least we ended the work week with some sunshine. But wet weather is moving back in starting tomorrow and will be lingering into the beginning of Sunday. And on top of that, we're keeping a close eye on rivers, streams, and creeks as there is potential for some minor flooding throughout the day on Saturday as that widespread rain begins to move on in. And then, yes, unfortunately, we may have the potential to see a few snow showers for the start of next week. But for tonight, quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 a Doppler radar. I am tracking rain just to our west, but for tonight, we're just dealing with that cloud cover. But as you wake up tomorrow morning, do expect the rain that you see over the Ohio River Valley moving into central New York. So do expect more in the way of some rain, especially for Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon. Another round of rain for Saturday night, but the second half of the weekend is looking okay at this point in time. So on our Skycast, again, waking up tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., widespread rain moving into the area. And it's going to be a cold rain with temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 30s. By about 10, 11 o'clock, we're going to keep an eye on some pockets of some heavier rain. Notice the yellows and oranges showing up. So there could be some ponding on the roadways throughout the morning hours. But as we head towards the early afternoon, that rain tapers off to just a few sprinkles, and temperatures are warming up into the mid to upper 40s. But if you're heading out tomorrow evening, another round of rain will begin to move in for Saturday evening into Saturday night, with a lingering sprinkle or two as we head towards Sunday morning. So Sunday is going to start off a little iffy, but as we go throughout the day Sunday, drier air is going to try and move on in. So we do have the potential for more in the way of some sunshine as we head towards Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening, but it's going to remain on the cool and breezy side with highs only in the low 40s. Now, rainfall amounts, we're going to keep a close eye on those as well, especially for Saturday. We are expecting between a half an inch and an inch of rain, so this is why we're going to keep a close eye on those rivers and streams, especially for Saturday morning into early Saturday afternoon. We are going to see a break on Sunday, but things are going to change as we head towards Sunday night and into Monday. So for tonight, increase in clouds but dry. Temperatures will drop back into the 30s. Starting off your Saturday, steady rain in the morning, tapering off into the afternoon, with temperatures holding steady in the low to mid 40s. More rain as we head into tomorrow night into early Sunday morning, but that rain does taper off. We will see more in the way of some sunshine for Sunday afternoon, staying cool in the 40s. And yes, there is potential for some snow Sunday night into Monday morning, and then another round of snow possible for Monday night into Tuesday, with temperatures only in the 30s. It's going to be short-lived. We're back into the 50s for the rest of the week.
Meteorologist Jill Reel.
Our quiet weather is coming to an end as we head towards the weekend, but for tonight, we are expecting dry conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but that is going to change as we head into tomorrow morning, where we are expecting widespread rain to move into the area. So let's look at our weekend forecast. Again, for tomorrow morning, expecting widespread rain. So if you have any errands to run in the morning, going to want to bring the umbrella with you or that jacket, because steady rain, heavy at times, will be occurring throughout the morning hours, becoming scattered as we head towards tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures are going to be on the cool side in the 40s. The rain does come to an end as we head towards early Sunday, so we can't rule out a sprinkle early Sunday morning, but that will give way to partly cloudy skies as we head towards Sunday afternoon, but still on the cool side with temperatures in the 40s. So for tonight, we'll stay dry, but I will be tracking that rain coming up.
Water rushing over the Hinckley Dam this afternoon. The Power Authority releasing the water to draw the reservoir levels down in preparation for some of the rain we're going to get this weekend. Downstream from the dam in Poland, Water already running high. West Canada Creek looking more like a raging river in parts. Some parts of the West Canada campground on Route 8 already submerged as well. The Thruway Bridge.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Rio.
As we head into the weekend, I wish I had some better news, but not the case. But at least we ended the work week with some sunshine. But wet weather is moving back in starting tomorrow and will be lingering into the beginning of Sunday. And on top of that, we're keeping a close eye on rivers, streams, and creeks as there is potential for some minor flooding throughout the day on Saturday as that widespread rain begins to move on in. And then, yes, unfortunately, we may have the potential to see a few snow showers for the start of next week. But for tonight, quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a Doppler radar. I am tracking rain just to our west, but for tonight, we're just dealing with that cloud cover. But as you wake up tomorrow morning, do expect the rain that you see over the Ohio River Valley moving into central New York. So do expect more in the way of some rain, especially for Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon. Another round of rain for Saturday night, but the second half of the weekend is looking okay at this point in time. So on our Skycast, again, waking up tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., widespread rain moving into the area. And it's going to be a cold rain, with temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 30s. By about 10, 11 o'clock, we're going to keep an eye on some pockets of some heavier rain. Notice the yellows and oranges showing up. So there could be some ponding on the roadways throughout the morning hours. But as we head towards the early afternoon, that rain tapers off to just a few sprinkles, and temperatures are warming up into the mid to upper 40s. But if you're heading out tomorrow evening, another round of rain will begin to move in for Saturday evening into Saturday night, with a lingering sprinkle or two as we head towards Sunday morning. So Sunday is going to start off a little iffy, but as we go throughout the day Sunday, drier air is going to try and move on in. So we do have the potential for more in the way of some sunshine as we head towards Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening, but it's going to remain on the cool and breezy side with highs only in the low 40s. Now, rainfall amounts, we're going to keep a close eye on those as well, especially for Saturday. We are expecting between a half an inch and an inch of rain, so this is why we're going to keep a close eye on those rivers and streams, especially for Saturday morning into early Saturday afternoon. We are going to see a break on Sunday, but things are going to change as we head towards Sunday night and into Monday. So for tonight, increase in clouds, but dry. Temperatures will drop back into the 30s. Starting off your Saturday, steady rain in the morning, tapering off into the afternoon, with temperatures holding steady in the low to mid 40s. More rain as we head into tomorrow night into early Sunday morning, but that rain does taper off. We will see more in the way of some sunshine for Sunday afternoon, staying cool in the 40s. And yes, there is potential for some snow Sunday night into Monday morning, and then another round of snow possible for Monday night into Tuesday, with temperatures only in the 30s. It's going to be short-lived. We're back into the 50s for the rest of the week.